Well, I feel like I'm working that out because I really like noise, I really like harsh noise, and I really like power electronics, and I like to go to the shows. I really enjoy it. And I think I used to play more noise, but now I feel like my music is moving a little bit further away. And I'm not sure if I should still stay in the scene. But I enjoy it a lot. Confused about it. I have a lot of confusions right now. Well, when I first started, I used factory made, and then as I got better at building stuff, I used stuff I built myself. And at one point, that was very important to me, but now it's really not important. It's almost more incidental. That the when I've gotten better at building stuff, but it's almost more like that's just my job doing electronics and something I'm interested in, and I can really get like a very specific kind of sound that way, but it's not important to what I'm doing. Which has been reinforced by like all the people that are doing circuit bending and other people that do home built stuff. Sometimes I can relate to what they're doing, and other times I feel like I'm doing something totally different. And it's actually been really refreshing on this tour in England that basically nobody has asked me about my equipment, which has been totally awesome. So maybe it's time to switch back to store-bought. This is our first time coming to the UK, and it's really exciting. I'm really happy about it. And I'm going to play a song from my LP, and it's called Casting a Spell. Spell of Love. Especially when you're playing a song about being in love, and then you get off stage and someone's like, hey, what's in that blah blah blah, and you're like, whatever, it's not about anything. That's very frustrating. And then about being female in the noise scene, it is a little strange. It's like uncommon, but I feel like people don't really make a big deal out of that. It's more like you're more likely to just be ignored. Honestly, because you're not part of like the boy power electronics club or noise, power noise, whatever, harsh noise. It's strange. The first time I ever did that was when I was at college. I was at art school, and I did like pretty like loud like noise set and like a lot of feedback. It had a beat, but like a lot of feedback and just pure noise and really messy and like dancing around kind of crazy. And then I stopped and I caught my breath and I just sang a song with no microphone, and everybody was really excited about it because of the contrast. And I've been doing it ever since. But sometimes I worry, I don't want that to be like a gimmick or something. But I've kind of been mixing it together by writing lyrics for the noise songs, which is also makes it a little bit more like power electronics, except the subject matter is different. Some songs like that on the record, New Secret, on the second side, that long song, Casting a Spell. When I went on tour in February with Ron and John Weiss, I did the same song every night 14 times in a row, which was really cool to do. But that song doesn't work anymore because I don't want the spell to come true. So I feel like the synthesizer can't play it right because mentally, like, I'm not aligned with it or something. But I do some improv, but I've been writing a lot of lyrics recently, trying to have more lyrics. Well, I like recording a lot, but live performance always seems more important to me, to be in the room with other people at the same time and all being involved in it together. Very important. I like that a lot. I mean, if you look at it historically, people didn't play at all, and even like Steve Fricker, Steve, Onomatopoeia. The show at the Foundry was his 4th live show ever. And he's been playing for, 15 years or something? And he told me that. I was shocked because I've done 50 shows this year so far, at least, or probably more. And right now, for me, to travel around and meet other people and play in other towns is really important. But when I get back home, I'm going to focus on recording a little bit more. But I'd rather do, albums, instead of doing... I like the Noise style of doing, focused tapes or, a CD where it's, sort of one theme. But I am really interested in writing songs and doing an album, more almost like rock music or something. Honestly, I think the harsh noise audience reacts the best, followed by power electronics, because they're the most focused and they pay attention the best, which is kind of surprising, but they really pay attention well. And the industrial people are a little bit more drifting around, and then the indie rockers are the worst because they all just want to, drink beer and talk in the back of the room, and that's really frustrating. I just played and I always think I want to play more with rock bands, but then I just played at a rock show in Knoxville, Tennessee recently, and that was a total bummer. Everybody just talked the whole time. So I don't know how to, but you also have to think about it, you have to, in terms of who's in the audience, and maybe that changes it sometimes. Because you're there to put on a show and to entertain people. It's I'm not playing in my bedroom. And even though I like to have that mentality sometimes of just being alone by myself late at night playing music, and other people happen to be watching, other times I want to put on a show, and so I'm not sure how to put on a show for the indie rockers yet. But for the industrial kids in London, I said, how about we do a quiet song? And they said, no, give us more pain. And I was like, all right. Then I just turned it up. I think it went okay.
Beer culture, total beer pub culture. It's.
They don't eat; they just drink.
Yeah.
And then if you're hungry, they say, let's drink some more beer. Then if you try to go to the restaurant, they say, oh, sorry, we're closed. Yeah, then it's dinner time, we're closed.
It's so stupid. Restaurants close in England at dinner time. Makes no sense.
To us, we didn't really understand it. That was difficult. And people sitting down at shows, sitting in the back.
Drinking their beers, pounding them down.
Newcastle was a really good show,
Yeah, it was.
merchandise-wise. No problems with the PAs. I was so nervous about the PAs from what John Olsen said, you know? He said it was really terrible. Great. We had good PAs every night. Well, except that one that flamed.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I had a couple of bad PA experiences when I got here. What was our smallest show? See, first we
The
played.
smallest one was the ale house. The upstairs in the beer house.
Oh, in Manchester.
Manchester was the smallest show, and even that show was great.
It was a great show because it was totally intimate.
Yeah.
It was totally intimate, you know. And everyone was. The lights were all on. People were milling around, talking and yapping, you know. It was very, very personal.
Yeah.
Personal show. It's like you were playing for your buddies.
That was a good show.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
And as far as attendance is concerned, it really wasn't that small. It was maybe 30 people, maybe.